So I'm in Thailand right now, staying at this crazy villa. And last week I was in Japan. A week before that I was in Miami. And 3 weeks before that I was in Maui, Hawaii. I've been traveling around a lot. And actually looking back on it, it's crazy how much my life has changed in these last few months. Literally less than a year ago, in May of 2025, I was still working at Lululemon. I was folding clothes for $17 an hour, and I was broke as shit. I moved to Miami because I thought that I was going to be the next big star. I thought I was going to go viral, get all these connections, move to Miami and buy a business. I thought that was going to be me. Fast forward, 6 months, I'm working a 9-to-5 job. I'm not building the life that I want. All these people on social media keep passing me up. So what actually changed in this short amount of time where I've been able to go to Dubai, Monaco, obviously Thailand, Japan, live in Miami, high rise, like all these things, which aren't important, by the way, right? I'm not saying that to flex on you guys. I'm not saying that because you're gonna make it once you get a high rise in Miami. No, so many people have been able to do it. So when you do achieve it, you're just gonna be like, what's the next big thing, right? As an athlete, constantly or trying to go to the next level, or you just feel like you're going further and further behind, right? If you miss the gym 5 days in a row, you're gonna feel like shit. That's just how life is. Same thing when you aren't constantly improving, you're going to feel like you're falling further and further behind. Now, less than 2 years ago, I made the decision to drop out of college, leave college sports, and give up on my dream of being a pro basketball player. My entire life, if anybody ever asked me, my goal was to be a pro. Fast forward to now, obviously that didn't happen, but I'm able to travel the world, and that's something I really wanted to do. But why'd I actually give up or quit on the dream that I had for myself? Well, it wasn't really my choice at first. Looking back on it, it's been a huge blessing, and I still love basketball. I still love to compete. I still love sports. Obviously, I've been doing Muay Thai since I've been out here, but I had to leave because I got injured, right? I was constantly getting injured. I've had over 8 surgeries in my life, and I ended up tearing my ACL my second year into college basketball. On top of that, they found I had a heart problem during that surgery, which made me had to get a heart surgery 10 days later. So that was kind of a sign to me that, okay, if I'm not playing basketball this year, I have a whole year to make mistakes. I have a whole year to fail. I have a whole year to actually learn. So that's what I ended up doing. I got sold on the lifestyle of making money online, traveling the world, living with your friends, all this stuff. And I learned quickly that that wasn't the case. And I learned that when I went to Miami, because I had to drop out of college. So I lost a lot of my friends. Had to not work a normal job. So I was behind most people my age at this point because I didn't get a degree. I wasn't making any money. And I moved to Miami with no money. I was just working a 9-to-5 job. I was a regular dude when I was supposed to be this pro basketball player, and it was constantly on my head every single day when I went to work. Hear that alarm. Now, it wasn't to go to a workout, it was to go straight to work, and I hated that. I really did not like that because my friends around me, some of them were already making this online money, and people online, obviously these guys are 18, 17, 20 years old, whatever the case may be, making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars online. I was just working a 9-to-5 job, and I couldn't figure it out. I knew how to work hard, which is the most frustrating thing. Whether I was trying clipping out, whether I was trying to do wholesaling, whether I was trying to do AI software, whatever it was, I constantly gave it my best shot because that's all I knew. When I played basketball, I'd work out 2 to 3 times a day minimum because I love the grind and I love to work hard. So I would constantly implement that work ethic into trying to make money online. I could never crack the code. I wanted to be successful with trading so many times. I lost with crypto, I lost with Forex, but I finally found one thing that I made money from, and it was super strange on how it started. It really wasn't a thing that I was interested in. I was lucky enough to meet somebody who was able to teach me to actually learn the skill. I didn't see myself actually going down this path in the first place, but my friends were in sales. They'd always tell me bro, yeah, it's a great thing. You can make a lot of extra money. Bro, fuck that. I don't care about sales. I don't want to be a salesperson. Nobody likes sales. Nobody likes to be a pushy salesperson. I also don't like to talk to people who don't want to talk to me. Cold approaching a girl, I really don't like to do that, but I needed money. I'll just be real with you. I need money. I didn't like sales, especially at first. I hated it. I sucked at it because it was so uncomfortable. I didn't have any sort of script. I didn't have any sort of framework. I just threw myself in there just because I needed money. And I was lucky enough to close one of my first deals, right? I was trying to do life insurance before that. And the way I started in sales and the way I actually found the success was actually through Lululemon, because anybody who walked in who looked around my age, even older, even younger, they had a nice watch on, they had some nice shoes on. Yo, bro, what do you do for work? What do you do for a living? They have a nice watch. Bro, I love your watch. It could have been fake, it could have been LARPed, whatever the case may be, but if they had something cool, I'd ask about it and I'd try to learn, because obviously they can afford to shop at Lululemon. I couldn't afford to shop at Lululemon, bro. I don't got $100 to spare, bro. I got groceries and bills I gotta pay. So I would constantly ask these people around me, okay, what do you do for work? How did you get this money? Okay, how old are you? Whatever the case may be, trying to learn anything I can because I needed to win. Did not have a choice. So I'd go to these people, hey bro, what do you do? Can you show me? Can you give me a tip? What do you have to say to somebody who's in my position right now? Whatever it was, I would take everything they say and implement it because I wanted to be the best and I wanted to leave my situation because I hated it so much. So that's when I got introduced to sales and I seen somebody with a nice Rolex on. I said, yo bro, what do you do? Turns out he was the same age as me. He had a Rolex. He was buying stuff from Lululemon. Obviously he had some sort of money. He introduced me into life insurance and I thought this was it. I thought this was going to be the thing to take me to the next level. I was finally going to make it. It's my big break. I'm going to be just like him. I'm going to get the Rolex. I'm going to get the whip. Turns out that wasn't the case. Unfortunately, it was not the case, but I tried it. Most people would try one thing. Most people would have tried clipping and quit. Most people would have tried trading and quit. Most people would have tried life insurance and quit. I never quit because I need to win. There's no option for me but to win. I tried life insurance. It sucked. I made pretty much zero money for the amount of hours I was working, but I did make my first little bit of online money. I was lit. Even though it was not worth it, I still was able to show myself, okay, is this actually possible? Now fast forward, I was able to meet a couple friends who needed help selling their program, right? It was a training program. He said, bro, I know you do sales. Can you just take this call for me? I'm busy. Boom. Luckily for me, I took that call, closed it. I don't know how. I sucked at sales. My friends literally tried to watch me sell somebody the next day and they laughed at my sales experience. They said I sucked. They said I did everything wrong. But that first day, I closed that deal. I made a couple $100. I was so lit because I made a whole week's paycheck in a 1 hour call. I finally did it, right? I finally made a little bit of money. After that, obviously I freaking sucked. Like I told you, my friend laughed at me on my next sales call that I took. He said I sucked. He said it was terrible. I didn't hold frame. I didn't have any framework. But I proved to myself that it's possible. I showed myself proof of concept. Now after that, I wanted to do high ticket sales because I didn't have to post any content. I didn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. The only thing I needed to do was take these sales calls 30 minutes, an hour long, and I'd make a week's paycheck every call. What? Right? That's crazy to me. Right? I was only making $17 an hour, so wasn't making much money. Now fast forward a little bit longer, I'm trying to balance my job, I'm trying to balance the sales stuff, and I ended up getting fired from my job. I got fired because I'd show up late too many times. I would take the free train to work and it'd break down like every other ride, so it'd be like 20-minute delay, 10-minute delay, 5-minute delay. I got caught up too many times where it was raining one day, I got fired. Simple as that. But I was pretty stressed out at that point because I wasn't making consistent money with sales. I made maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000 from sales in the last 2 months. So it wasn't crazy money. I had rent, I had bills to pay, I had food I needed to buy. So $2,000 in 2 months is definitely not going to cut it. I was very stressed out. I started looking at jobs a little bit, trying to figure out what my next step was. And I realized I had two options at this point. I can either find another job or I can go all in on this online money. I chose to go all in because I knew at the end of the day, if I failed right now, the worst case scenario, maybe I have to move back in with a friend. Maybe I have to move back home. At least I'm building something that can take me so much further than $17 an hour. Because at the end of the day, I knew $17 an hour was never going to get me anywhere. Was it stressful? Yes. Was it hard as shit? Yes. Was I scared? Yes. But I also ended up finding God around this time when I was so poor, when I had nothing going for me. I found God. I prayed every single night. I had nothing. I had no money, no friends, no family near me. The only thing I could do was pray. I had no food too, so I'd pray every single night. I needed something to work. I started praying. It's the only thing I could think of at that point. Fast forward a few months. Okay, boom, I made $3,000 this month. Wow, that's the most I've ever made in a month. Fast forward a few months later. Okay, $6K a month. Fast forward 2 months after that, $14,000. Holy shit. I was working at Lululemon literally less than 6 months ago, and now I make $14,000 in a single month. Now, I'm not saying this was easy. This was the hardest time of my life. Having no stable income, having no savings either. I got fired from my job with nothing going for me. I wasn't even on a real offer. I had nothing going for me. The only thing I had was God and work ethic. I decided to use those two things where I'm at right now. It just shows how much life can actually change. You told me 9 months ago, hey Levi, 9 months from now, you're gonna go to like 10 different countries, you're gonna go travel the world, you're gonna make thousands of dollars every single month online, and you're gonna do a lot of cool things, like even spoiling your family, which you've never been able to do in your entire life, in just a few months from now. I was so poor, I think $17 an hour. I had so much delusion in my head. I knew I was going to be successful. I knew I was going to get it done. I was given two options in this life. Go and find another job, make thousands of dollars online somehow. I chose the second option. The second option is a lot harder. Most people wouldn't do it because it's not stable, because it's not promised, because you have no real game plan. You have to go out and kill every single day or you're not going to live. But that's what I looked for. And when I was playing sports, that's what I love to do. I love to work hard. I love to put in the extra reps. I love to go to the top. And if I'm working $17 an hour with everybody else, I'm not at the top. I'm with everyone else. And if you want to be the best, you cannot be like everybody else. And I understood that ever since I was playing sports, ever since I started this journey of trying to be successful, whether it was with sports, money, family, understood I cannot be like everybody else. And I knew from day one that I was not like everybody else. I knew I was going to do something that nobody everybody else around me was going to do. So I never gave up on that delusion. I always pushed for things that I want. I always tried my best every single day. If I wasn't trying, somebody else was trying. If I wasn't working today, somebody else was working today. I constantly have that feeling. Even today, right now, it's 4 a.m. in the freaking morning, 4:24 in the morning. I'm up right now because I can think. I have so much energy because I have so much things I need to get done. I'm fueled every single day by this because if I'm not working, somebody else is working every single day. Was it stressful? Yes. Was it super hard? Yes. Did I want to quit? Yes. If I quit, and if I gave up when it was easy to give up, when everybody else would give up, when I had literally no food in my damn fridge, I had no food in my fridge until I got a sale. If I gave up during that time, I would not be here today. Now, probably gonna get tested again. Now I'm probably gonna go through something else, but I've gone through it already. I've done it already. I've got my reps in. It's gonna be normal if something goes bad for a week, if something goes bad for a month. I know what to look for. I know what to prepare for. But if I never went through the trenches, if I never had to go through a lot of hard shit coming up to this point, I would not be here today and I would not be able to keep going. Because you're going to be tested. I was tested so many times and it freaking sucked. I tell some of these people my story. I tell some of these people, like, yeah, I used to walk to work 2 miles there, 2 miles back. That's why I was so skinny, because I could not afford food. If you guys scroll back on my YouTube, scroll back on my Instagram, you'll see I was skinny because I could not afford food and I could not afford an Uber. So I'd walk to and from work. It'd rain on me. It'd be cold as shit. I'd work 2 shifts. I'd go back and forth. I'd work as much as I could because all I know how to do is work. I needed to figure out a way. How can I still work hard because I enjoyed working hard and make money with it? Try to be fitness coach. It didn't work out. People have big problems. I've had big problems in my life. How did I overcome it? What did I learn? What did I need to do so I can leave this problem in the past? I understood that problems need to be solved. So what if I became a problem solver for them? What if I had a solution they were looking for in terms of financial, in terms of relationship goals, in terms of business goals, whatever the case may be? I've gone through so much shit where I can relate to so many different people now because I've had all these experiences. But if I never tried, if I never failed, would not be here today, because everybody will fail. No matter who you are, nobody is perfect. But will you fail multiple times? Will you get laughed at? Will you be judged? I'm sitting in a freaking villa in Thailand, which is amazing. I'm talking to a damn camera though. Somebody walk by me, they think that's weird. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm yelling at a camera. There's nobody even in front of me. But I don't care. I need to win. You guys don't understand this. I need to win, and you need to win as well. You have this feeling deep down. You say to yourself every single night, I'm going to win. You watch these Conor McGregor videos, or you listen to his music, you get amped up. You feel like you're going to go back and do something. Translate that into making money. Translate that into the future. Put yourself in that position where your future self will thank you. Are you doing the inputs every single day? Are you trying every single day? Are you working hard? If you're not working hard now, somebody's going to outwork you. So what did I do in those 6 months to go from $2,000 a month to over $10,000 a month in 6 months ago? I worked freaking hard. I consumed so much freaking knowledge. I stayed up super late, lost so much sleep. It doesn't matter because I need to do so many things. You need to do so many. I have this feeling, you have this pressure on you, and you know right now you're not living up to that potential. So what did I do? I lost sleep. I lost friends. I looked dumb. I lost a lot, but it's all worth it now. And it's all worth it in 5 years from now because you want to be cool. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to lose because you're too good to lose. As much as you hear this, the only difference from a loser who stays a loser and a winner is the loser quits after the first, second, third, fifth loss. The winner is on his 10th, 15th loss already. It doesn't matter. You see actors all the time. They have a shit movie. You see artists put out songs. They suck. It doesn't matter. They put some shit out. They believed in it at least. They tried something. So you cannot sit here every single day, doom scroll, watch Hope Core Motivation, listen to David Goggins, say you want this life, because at the end of the day, if you truly wanted it bad enough, wouldn't be in your current situation. No matter what excuse comes up, no matter what you want to tell yourself, if you were so fed up being poor, if you wanted to get rich as badly as you wanted to breathe, you'd be rich. You would not let yourself slip up. You would not go and spend time at the club. You wouldn't go jerk your shit. You wouldn't go freaking doom scroll on Instagram for 15 hours because you need to be successful. Was it easy? No. Are most people able to live the life I live? No. Is my life worth it? It's up to you. I've gone through a lot of pain. I've lived a lot of lives already. I've been homeless. I worked 9 to 5 jobs. I went to college. I've been to freaking all these different countries. I know all these things because I've tried so many things, right? I know so much about trading because I tried trading for so long. I journaled. Whatever it is, I've consumed so much. I've lost so much where I know so many things. Now, the only thing stopping you from where you want to be is information. The entire world cares about information. If you knew everything that I knew, if you knew everything that billionaires knew, you would be a billionaire because you already work hard. I already work hard. So why am I not a billionaire? Why are you not a billionaire? Why are you not having this crazy life? Because you don't know what they know. You work hard, you know the life you want, you know what you need to do, or you know who has the information for you. The only thing you need to do, get the information, implement it. There's no reason why in a few months you shouldn't have crazy change. If you want to win as bad as you want to breathe, you will win.